Okay, fine. So, our topic is today about canal head regulation work and canal faults. So today I am going to discuss only about the canal faults, and we will continue the canal head regulation work later on. So the So, the content of our study is about canal fall, the necessity and location, types of falls, cross-regulator and distributory head regulator, their function, field control devices, canal escapes, types of escapes. So, majorly we will discuss today about canal fall, necessity and location, and types of falls. So, what is actually canal? So, as you know, well, canal, as we can describe it as a layman, that if a river or a parent channel is flowing, so if we need any kind of water requirement from that large channel or the passage of river, we will make a canal, right? Or we will make a channel to access that water. So, to access, in order to access that water, we need to make a canal. So, the function of canal may be anything. Maybe it can be for transportation, it can be used for irrigation purpose, it can be used for any other requirement. So, canal construction is also an important part of this study. So we will, so now let us read that. So canal obtains its share of water from the pool behind a barrage through a structure called canal head regulator. Well, so canal, as I have told you, that canal is actually a share of water. From where we are sharing that water, maybe it from the pool or behind a barrage. So from the canal head regulator, we can access this canal water. Okay. So the next point describes that also a regulation structure for controlling the amount of water passing into the canal. So this is also another function. In this lesson, attention focused on structures that regulate the discharge and maintain the water levels within a canal network. So, we will focus only about the structure to make a canal, or the canal kind of a structure we will be studying, and the discharge and maintaining the water levels. We will focus on that part of the use or the function of canal. Okay, so as you can see this picture, so this is a canal structure. So here this is a parent channel. As you can see, this is the actual river current is coming, or the flow is coming. So see, this is the cross regulator, right? And this is the distributory head regulator. So what is the purpose of providing this distributory head regulator? Well, as this terminology means this, that this regulator means it regulates the water, means it controls the water. So what parameter does it control? It controls the head of the water. So say in the time of monsoon, if the where the high flood occurs, what happens here, that if the head goes up, the head of the water goes up, then this regulator or this door will be opened in order to reduce that head. So this part of the channel is constructed only for the purpose of regulating the head or the level of the water. And this is the canal drop or fall. This is the cross regulator. So this is the main channel. The purpose of this construction is not comprising any part of the head regulation or the head controlling. Okay. So now here it comes the part of canal. So why we construct canal? So let us study about the parameters or the part of the canals. So here, see, these structures may be described as follows. So I will show you the picture. Let me describe these terminology first. Well, first it is named as drops and falls, which is the purpose of this portion is to lower the water level of the canal. Well, let me show you the picture, then you can understand what is drops and falls. Here, see this part. Well, drops and falls may be, it may rest on a natural, in a way of natural, or you can artificially construct that fall or the drop. So why we actually construct the drop or the fall part? Well, as you can see this picture, see here the terrain is not uniform, right? So this is a very undistributed or odd category of a terrain. So what happens when the, if in this way, say, let me show you this picture, if the terrain I have showed you, if that was supposed to be in this place, so what will happen? The water discharge or the water flow may get disturbed. So in order to avoid that disturbance, so what happens? So the canal water level, we have to control that or we have to channelize that. Okay. So see here the segments are divided. See, this part is E, this part is F, this is E, this is F, this is F. So what is that E part? That E part is canal in excavation. Means, so we have to actually just make this ununiform or odd terrain to be a stepped terrain. See here that blue line signifying that we are making that terrain to be uniform. So see, this is a stepped mannered uniform fall which has been targeted. So this part, that E portion, should be excavated, the canal in excavation, this E part. And what is that F part? That F part is canal in filling. Means you have to fill in this part. You have to fill with earth or mud, you know, or any construction material in this part, and you have to excavate this part. Similarly, in this E part, you have to excavate this mud portion, and in that F part, you have to fill in that with any construction material or whatever. So by uniforming this terrain, we can make a canal. So now if we describe, if we go to the terminologies, see, the drops and falls are provided to lower the water level of canal. So this is also a kind of a drop. This is a stepped drop, right, which has been targeted to construct. So the next terminology which I have shown is head regulator, which the function of which is to head up the water in parent channel to divert some of it through an off-take channel like distributary. Means what I have discussed about that, if in a high monsoon time, high flood situation, what happens? The head get overflowed. So in order to reduce that disturbance, we need to channel off that to this part. So there is another purpose of using that, because this channel may be directly connected or may be used for the purpose of irrigation. Okay, so what happens is maybe for the whole year the head may not be up to this gate, or maybe that head is not be stored up to this gate level. So what happens? That gate will be closed for a certain time. For that reason, that head may get increased, and then when they release that gate, they can use that water for their usual purposes. So the usage of water, we can actually control it in any season. Maybe say in winter time, we may not have enough water to irrigate our crops. So what happens? We need to store that water, right? So what could be the possible way to store that up? So that gate will be closed, and that engineer will let that water go up that in manner to in order to store that water, that they can use that water anytime. Okay, so and the cross regulator is to control the amount of water flowing into off-take channel. So this part is the cross regulator. Okay, and escape to allow release of excess water from the canal system. So this is the another escape part. See this picture, this is also provided if that water level goes more higher than this part. So this escape channel is also provided for that reason. So now we will study about the necessity of canals. So let us read that part. When a slope of ground suddenly changes to steeper slope, permissible bed slope cannot be maintained. So in that place, what happening? Say we need to make or construct a hydraulic structure of a canal. Okay, so what happens? Say that terrain may not be that much suitable for engineer. Mean what happens? So we actually need to make that terrain in order to flow that water by its own weight or gravitational flow. So in that purpose, we can reduce the amount of work or the efficiency if we let that water flow in its own weight or gravity, right? So what happens when a slope of ground suddenly changes? So that sudden changes of ground may be very essential or very certain part, right? So what happens in that very portion, that water speed or that energy that water is creating may get disturbed. Or what happens, say suddenly if the path of the water gets steeper, what happens, that energy of water may get increased. So what happens? So that part of construction, it can be damaged, right? So we have to reduce that energy of water in that very part or that steeper part, right? So that permissible bed slope cannot be maintained. So in order to reduce that problem, we can provide a canal falls. Okay. So the next part is slope of ground is more or less uniform and slope is greater than permissible bed slope of canal. In cross drainage work, when difference between level of canal and that of drainage is small, or when full storage level of canal is above the bed level, the canal can be provided in this, for these reasons mainly. So you will understand that finally when I will come to the types of canal. So let us read that. So the first part of our type of canal is ogee fall. So an ogee curve is nothing but a combination of convex and concave curves. So actually, both combination of these two curves will give you a kind of a wavy part, right? So this is provided for carrying canal water from higher level to lower level. That fall is recommended when natural ground surface suddenly changes to steeper slope along the alignment of canals. So actually, this ogee fall was constructed by Sir Proby Cotley on Ganga Canal, this type of fall has gradual convex and convex surface. So I will show you the diagram, you will understand it with a pretty much clear way. So that fall consists of a concrete vertical wall and concrete bed. Over the concrete bed, the rubble masonry is provided in the shape of ogee curves, and the upstream and downstream of fall is protected by stone pitching. So these are the essential part of providing the material in order to construct the ogee fall. So let us see the diagram here. So this kind of fall is called ogee fall. See here, this is the curve, the combination of this concave and convex, right? See, this is the concave and convex. So by providing this kind of structural alignment, what happens, say why these ogee fall are provided, why, so if what happens that if in this place that part of the fall or if it is much steeper, so what happens, the water may damage this downstream part, right? So what happens, if we provide this ogee, this ogee structure, that water may not release that much of energy and may not damage this downstream part. So what happens, if the steeper part comes, there will be a huge hydraulic jump. So by providing this convex part, that hydraulic jump can be reduced in a certain amount. So this is also another type, this is also a same category, but in another type. See, here the crest of fall has raised above this canal bed, right? And due to that hydraulic jump formation, this channel or this part is provided. This is called the sealing basin. This basin is constructed by a mass concrete, and see, the hydraulic jump formation is occurring in a very rigorous way rather than this kind of a structure. So this kind of a structure basically constructed by its by the necessity of what should I say? By just focusing on the amount of water it's coming and the height of the fall it may experience. So by considering these parameters, this kind of construction may be made or chosen by the engineer. So you may have to in exam the types of canal, it is a very common question, so you may have to draw it and explain it. So this is a schematic diagram with a good labeling of a ogee fall. I will give you the PPT, then it will be much easier to understand. So, okay, the next type of canal fall is rapid fall. So here, when slope of the natural ground surface is even and long and consists of long glacis with longitudinal slope, curtain walls are provided on upstream and downstream side of the sloping glacis. Well, what is glacis? Let me explain that. So, let me show you this picture. See, previously this terrain was not in this manner. Say this terrain was a straight slope like this way, and this is quite a long. This is not that much steeper though, but that slope is a very it is elevated in a very lengthened way, right? So what happened in this type of when this type of terrain we get to work with, we basically provide this rapid fall kind of a canal. So see what they have done. So this is a bed of a rapid fall. So they have provided a concrete sheet or a concrete alignment cut off in this part, and they have just made it in a stepped way, that in that manner that water flow or the water discharge or the water speed can be controlled. Okay. So this is a schematic diagram of rapid fall, where see this is the curtain wall, as I have told you in the point. This is the rubble masonry, it can be used. This is not made of, generally made of concrete structure. This is actually a masonry rubble using stone. This structure can be constructed, and in downstream side way, the curtain wall is also provided. So the next type of fall is trapezoidal notch fall. So let us discuss about this type of fall. So the body wall is constructed across the canal. The body wall consists of several trapezoidal notches between side piers and intermediate piers. Notches are kept at the upstream bed level of canal. Body wall is constructed with masonry or concrete. See, this is a diagram of notch fall. Actually, this is, you cannot say that as a trapezoidal notch fall. Let me just give you the exact, yes. This is a trapezoidal notch fall. This is the diagram in a cross-sectional way. If you cut it from the in a cross-sectional way, then you will see that these are the notch, this is the pier, and this is the abutment. So this kind of canal is named as the trapezoidal notch, well, because of its geometric trapezoidal shape. So this was actually the any notch fall can be created, but if you provide that notch fall in a trapezoidal geometrical shape, then it will be named as a trapezoidal notch fall. Okay. So our next type of fall is a vertical drop fall. Well, it consists of vertical drop wall constructed with masonry work. Water flows over the crest of wall. Concrete floor provided on downstream side to control scouring effect. Curtain wall provided on upstream and downstream side. This type falls provided at Sardar Canal, Uttar Pradesh, hence known as Sardar Fall. See, this is a diagram of a vertical drop fall. See, as I have already mentioned, this kind of a structure is majorly used in a hydraulic structure. So as you can see that water flows over the crest of wall. When this condition is has been observed, while in that case we can use this vertical drop fall. This is a very simple category. You will see this kind of fall in general in a maximum places. And this is constructed with using a masonry material, and here a stepped part is provided in order to reduce the hydraulic jump. So this is a very simple shape or alignment than the previous ones. Okay. The next type of fall is called English or baffle fall. So what is this fall? So here glacis is straight and sloping, but baffle wall provided on the downstream floor to dissipate the energy. Main body of glacis is made of concrete. Curtain walls, both at toe and heel, are provided. Stone pitching are essential both at upstream side and downstream side end. So actually, I did not elaborated the term glasses in a previous one as well. Basically, glasses is also a terrain which is provided in a slopy way, but the the hypotenuse part of the slopy way is much elongated. Means, see, just a minute. See, this part we can see, we can tell as a glasses if the natural terrain of the location where we are going to construct that canal is much like a elongated slopy way, then it can be called as glasses. Where means this slope is not much steeper, right? So the less steeper the slope, that is termed as a glasses. So in the case of English or basal fall, see here you can observe the pattern of glasses where the concrete bed is provided. This concrete material is actually used, not any machinery or any rock fill used for this category of fall. That baffle walls, these are called the baffle walls. These walls are provided in order to reduce the hydraulic jump or to reduce the energy of water. That curtain wall at downstream side and upstream side is provided. The stone pitchings are also provided at both ends. So in this manner, the baffle wall and the English fall can be described. So the next type of fall is called Montague fall. Well, in the straight glasses type profile, energy dissipation is not complete. Therefore, Montague developed this type of profile where energy dissipation takes place. This profile is parabolic and is given by the following equation. Well, when so when we use that Montague type of fall, so what happens if the terrain is glasses but the energy dissipation is not sufficient, then what happens? This kind of Montague fall is constructed. Let me show you that diagram. See here, this parabolic part, this is also an elongated glasses part, but the energy dissipation is not happening as per the requirement. So what happens? That parabolic glasses is provided in order to reduce that hydraulic jump in a much efficient way. So to calculate that parabolic part, this equation is given where this parabolic part has been, that segment of parabolic part is taken in this place. See, this is the small x, this is y, and the equation can be constructed in that manner that x, if you need to evaluate or get the value of this x, that x will be equal to the velocity of water at the crest, at this part, the velocity of the water into root over 4 into that y distance divided by the acceleration due to gravity, g. So in this manner, that parabolic part can be designed. So these are the main types of canal falls. So this often comes in your exam, the types of fall. Then in that time you have to describe these all these falls. So what we have learned today about Montague type fall, about English or basal wall, about vertical drop fall, about trapezoidal notch fall, about rapid fall, and about ogee fall. So these are the types of fall which is generally provided all over the plate, all over the required place of construction. Okay, so